はい、ちょっと今ね、この生配信のことをツイッターやディスコードの方に共有させていただきますので、少々お待ちくださいね。すぐに終わらせますからね。もうすぐ終わりますからね。もうちょっと。はい、ポチーン。よっしゃ。はい、大変ながらお待たせいたしました。So yeah, I was just sending the YouTube link to both Discord and Twitter to make sure that more people can see it. So I am back, ladies and gentlemen. お疲れや勝つカレー、華麗なるカレー、いろんなゲームを配信して実況する渡りのアメリカダニャウィス。はい、大変ながらお待たせいたしました。そう、先日、先ほど投稿したように、今回の生配信は、妖怪ウォッチシリーズ。以前は妖怪ウォッチのスイッチソフトを丸ごと一気にね、一気にね、生実況してたんだけど、今回は黄金時代、全シリーズのみならず、任天堂 3DS の黄金時代を刻んでくれた初代妖怪ウォッチシリーズを一気に全部揃って丸ごと生配信させていただきたいと思います。 楽しみだ。大学時代からずーっとやっててさ、なんか入学時点から初代妖怪ウォッチがちょうど発売されてて、で、なんか一気にね、勉強とか仕事のない日に、めっちゃやり込んでて、まあ、コンプリートしなくても、なんか、まるでふるさとに帰って、なんか海外に行ってもさ、なんかアメリカとか海外のところに行っても、その、日本生活とか自分がなんか幼き頃からずっとしている日本文化とか、妖怪の伝説とかを思い出させて、なんか回想してくれるような雰囲気だから、はっちゃめちゃ嬉しく、思うぞん、じゃんじゃかじゃんじゃんと楽しく過ごせるから、その思い出を、これより、任天堂 3DS を通じて再現させるのでウィス。はい、こちら。まずは、任天堂 3DS の妖怪ウォッチ、もちろん妖怪ウォッチになってるんだけど、早速紹介させていただきたいと思います。で、まずは、これ。そう、これはね、妖怪ウォッチバスターズ白犬隊やな。これはね、なんか昔大学3年生の頃は、秋葉原の店で買ったんですよね、これ。ちょっとゲーセン歩き回ってたら、ヨドバシカメラだったかな、なんかとにかく秋葉原のアニメ店で買ってきて、それからずっと、なんかアメリカ移住してからでも、ずーっとこのまま使いっぱなしだったよね。で、このプレートはさ、Amazon.jp からなんか最後1個が配行されてたんだけど、それを購入して、このまま、ずーっとそれ以来からずーっとこんな感じで、Nintendo 3DS をやってたわけやな。で、最後に買ったのは、どうぞジバニャンとコマさん、モンゲーぬいぐるみプラッシーにゃはははい、というわけで、妖怪ウォッチ 3DS シリーズ、その懐かしい思い出を再現させて、そして黄金時代を蘇らせて、Nintendo 3DS でやってみたいと思います。あ、これは太鼓の達人やな。はい、太鼓の達人は終了。はい、太鼓の達人は別。はい、傾き、ちょっと減らして。ちょっと、下向きすぎ。はい、ちょっと調整して、よし。で、この視線だと大丈夫だな。じゃあ、まずは妖怪ウォッチなんだけど、どうしようかな。英語の紹介はまだ早かったね。So how's it going, guys? I am super excited too, as I'm seeing in the comment section. Last time we did a live stream of the Nintendo Switch releases of the Yokai Watch games. But today, we are going back to what is not only the magnum opus of the franchise, but one of the biggest landmarks of the Nintendo 3DS in its history in the mid-2010s. The early Yokai Watch Nintendo 3DS series from 1, 2, Busters 2, 3. All the games including Sangokushi, the land of the three kingdoms. Yes, I thought it would be super fitting if we had my little Jibanyan and Koma-san join us tonight. Monkey! And yeah, I'm all set and all ready for the Yokai Watch themed little festival here. Or should I say the best summer vacation ever. So yeah, this is my Nintendo 3D. This is the case that I got for my Nintendo 3DS that I bought on a bus trip to Akihabara back when I was a junior year in college. And yeah, of course it is Shiro Inutai. It is based on Yokai Watch Basta's Shiro Inutai. And of course, there's Whisper right there, just getting sliced in half right on the side, because of course he's always been the butt of the joke for the entire franchise as of 2. So yeah, I bought this over in Akihabara when I was going around the game centers for Taiko no Tatsujin, and this is my case that I got of Enma and Nurari Hyon. This one I got off of Amazon.jp, and it was the last one in stock at the time. It's been my 3DS case and my 3DS cover ever since. And let's see, what else did I say? Oh yeah, and I have mentioned this a lot, but oh, 背景変わったね. So yeah, what I did say last time, what I did also said in Japanese is that the Yokai Watch series means a lot to me. It's particularly as a Japanese citizen and as a gamer. You know, I actually got the very first game was released right when I was beginning my very first year of college. And from the moment I started playing it, I wondered what I was going to feel. But then it ended up becoming so addictive and hit me right at the roots too. Like whenever I play it, I feel like regardless of whether I'm in Japan or overseas in the States or France or, wherever I'm at, the series really reminded me of really brought me back to my roots. With the stories of the yokai and the environment, the Japanese-based environment. And it's just such a great story, too, filled with hilarious jokes, brilliant writing that's accessible to both children and adults. But it is also a series that really speaks out more to the Japanese people. But it would also be I really think it would be highly appreciated by those who are really into anime, especially those who really want to learn and experience Japanese culture, no matter where you're at in the world. So yeah, I would like to play the very first Yokai Watch games for the Nintendo 3DS. The games that won so many Academy Awards. The first one won the Academy Award for Best Video Game of 2013. The second one immediately became the magnum opus of the franchise by doubling on everything that made the first game so great. It won 3 Academy Awards. All three games won the Academy Award for Best Video Game of 2014. 3, however, was nominated, but it unfortunately lost to Splatoon 2, which is also a really good game. But regardless, it is widely considered it is widely considered one of the golden age of the Nintendo 3DS. I mean, the same unfortunately couldn't be said for overseas, but at the same time, regardless, it is still a national treasure to this day. And with that being said, let's get started. Nani. I know the plushes. And no, I actually did not make this Ultra Cold. I got it at a local anime convention. Remember that one when I moved into the new location I'm at right now? I actually got these guys at a convention. But they're so adorable, and they bring me back to my college years. Nate, I was just making sure. I was just starting off the stream by sending the link out to everybody. It's all good. And no problem. I love helping. I mean, I am a foreign language teacher after all, so it's not only is it my job, but it's also one of my greatest fulfillments, besides being a YouTuber. Takeru-san! Irashai! Irashai desu! またまた生配信の開催時点でもお元気ですか? And let's see what else we've got in the chat. Are we going to start with Busters? Sure. Would you like to start with Akaneko-dan and Shiro Inutai and Getto Gumi, or would you like to do Buster's Treasure? I also have Buster's 2. The sword version. And also Ultra Cults. I understand that. Yeah, I completely understand you have something to say and you want to get what you want to say across. But just for the future, I would really appreciate it if you can just comment once about the subject that you want to talk about and not spam. So yeah, but don't worry. I always make, like I said, I always make sure that I read everybody's comment before proceeding forward. So if, whenever you have something to say, just make sure that you're doing one comment of it. Like, don't spam the same comment over and over, you know? And yes, Nate, Busters 2 was released, but in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, it's honestly considered the weakest of the franchise. Like, not just Busters, but the entire franchise as a whole. Yokai Watch Busters, in Yokai Watch 3, the third game, Skiyaki... The third game, Skiyaki, released Buster's Treasure on December 2016, and it was a massive hit. Like a lot of the stuff that was great about the first Buster's game, they managed to do really well with Treasure. And because it was a monster hit, I think Level 5 decided to make the decision to create a sequel, but the end result, however, for 2 was honestly just came across as an attempt to capitalize on the success and major cult following of Buster's Treasure. The thing about the Yokai Watch franchise, though, is that each game, you know, regardless of whether it's in the mainstream series or a spin-off, they all have something that they each have to offer that you can't experience in any other game. So Buster's 2, however, just kind of felt like to a lot of people, felt like a rehash of Buster's Treasure. I mean, it's still good, but it's nothing original, really. Voice chat open? That's an idea. You know what? Let's do the Steam voice chat. You're on, Nate. La 果てない光心に抱き届け青の彼方へ And, oh, did you send me an invite on Steam, by the way, Ultra Cult? Because I want to because I think I remember you sent me something earlier, but I don't think it ran through. Was it Steam? どうして壊れそうな思い出すでにこの先のどこらのわからないならいけるのさどこまでも手を食い君と僕あ There you are, Ultra Cult! Ultra Cult 発見 Nate, can you hear me? Mosh mosh.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find my.
No, it's okay. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Ah, 音声デバイスはまだ設定してなかったね。Alright, does this work? Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
And we're echoing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find my.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we gotta do something about that. 果てない光 And that's a lot of echoing. How do you do voice chat on Steam? Let's see. I think when you're on chat, you add someone to I think you add someone to a conversation and you call them on your end. And then you can actually add someone to the chat as well. Let me... Dore? Ultra Corto. Atta. It says you're not using... It says Ultra Cold is not using... The Ultra Cold is not using an updated Steam client. So you gotta update your Steam client in order for me to invite you to the chat. That's what it says. なんか面白いな。Hello? Alright, the echo disappeared and I can hear you. So how you doing, Nate?
So thanks again for the practice on Japanese.
Of course. How's it going? Did you get the hang of Aiueo?
Yeah.
Good, because that's going to serve as the basic building blocks for like the rest of the language. Because when you start reading the hiragana table, when you've got Aiueo in mind, it's going to make a lot more sense. Because remember, the thing to keep in mind is when you're speaking, you're literally enunciating character by character to form words and sentences. And each of the characters only have one pronunciation. And it will be based on sound. Like okay, for instance. That's another one that you just typed in. See how you typed okay in the chat? It's two sounds. The sound O and then K. We actually have two characters for that. Hiragana O and hiragana K. So O and K become, well, O-K. I mean, you'll get to know long vowels later, but you do see what I mean. Okay. With that being said, yeah?
I can hear my voice a little.
Yeah. Let's see.
I can try new headphones.
Yeah, because your voice is going to be going on because both of our voices are going to be on the stream coming from my phone. Up. Okay, it's echoing again.
Sorry.
It's all right. We're just figuring this out.
I put on new headphones.
All right, test. And the echo is gone.
I can't hear myself now.
There we go. All right, so got everything all right? And to answer your question, Ultra Cult, yes. So it just told me on my end that you need to update your Steam client in order for me to invite you to the group chat on Steam. Yeah, I was talking to Ultra Cult. All right, let's not delay any further. Let's get started. さあ始めよう。妖怪ウォッチバスターズ。白犬隊。And I will also be singing the opening song as well, for nostalgia's sake, and for celebration. Level 5. 突入なり。白犬隊。いかくうか、いかくうか、くいかくいかくいかくいかき。人生噛めば噛むほど味が出る。スルメかイカかスルメイカ。言葉少ない方が心伝わるものさ。凛と佇む戦いの朝。望む舞台、君の白い頬。 Oh yeah 酸いも前も舐めてきた無言の背中で耐えてきたさあ時は今荒ぶる声で壮大な天空に吠えろ生まれたばかのヒーローファンファレが高かに歌うきっと大切なことはどう戦うかじゃなくなぜ戦うか問い続ける探し続ける問い続ける探し続ける威嚇か威嚇か Go Busters!
Speaking of Yokai Watch, I'm actually playing Yokai Watch 2 Bony Spirits right now.
Nice! You're playing the magnum opus of the franchise.
And actually, Yokai Watch 2 was my first ever Yokai Watch game.
Nice. You started off with the best. I mean, there's no better way to start off in the entire series than with the best. It's also said to be one of the greatest 3DS titles ever made. Academy Award winner of Best Video Game for 2014.
I would agree with them.
Oh yeah.
The game is amazing. I even got my Chibanyan and Chibanyan S to level 99.
Awesome! And it's a really, really good game. Like, I can't express enough. Like, everything that was great about the first game, like, was literally doubled within just 3 titles alone. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but it's true. There's a lot more stuff to do, a lot more places. And I want to do online multiplayer, but I can't be on much longer. Oh, yeah. A round of busters depends on what mission you're doing. Usually, it would take, say if you wanted to do a, basic fighting, hunt down certain yokai mission, it wouldn't really take any longer than 10 minutes. A boss, I'd say maximum 10, 15.
It depends on what mode it's on.
Yeah.
Like normal, medium, or hard.
Or Oni, or Goku, yeah. Goku version will take a long time, especially considering how grind heavy it is. Sumo Don Getto!
In the American version, in the fourth mode is named Challenge.
What?
You need to fight a
Doskui!
certain amount of that boss.
Which boss?
The one I know is Arcano, which is the third Oni.
Wait a minute, like Kuro Oni, the black one?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
This is his name in American.
Ah. Nice! 黒鬼だね。黒鬼だね、ネイトさんが言ってるのは。はい、じゃあ一旦部屋を作成しましょうか。インターネット接続。So I am going to be I'm going to be creating a room. Not Tommy Wiseau's the room, but a room. はい。自分で募集します。Oh, Mugen Jigoku? Oh, you're in the Infinite Inferno?
Yes, I
Oh my... Fun. Those were some fun times back when that was a major dungeon in the franchise. They sadly cut it off after, in 3. They only had it for the first and second game. I mean, it was popular, but I think the franchise just decided to take a new turn with 3. みんなでエンジョイだよ。はい、目標は何でも OK。I have a feeling should we just have a friend room for Measure this time? Because I mean, I want to make sure everyone's able to join, but speaking of Ultra Cold, did we add each other on friends? 友達登録、フレンド登録はしてたのかな確か、ウルトラコットさんと。
on my next goal on Yokai Watch 2.
What would that be?
Trying to defeat Cat and Cradle, which is the final boss, like the final boss in Yokai Watch 2.
Oh, Tokyo Ubaone. Oh my god. Tokyo Ubaone's final boss theme is a major icon amongst the fan base. That's like the most beloved boss battle theme ever. Wow, 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 wow.
And it's super hard for me to beat her too.
She's supposed to be super hard.
Yeah. Well, that's only because I think my Yokai's level are under level.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough challenge depending on the yokai you're using for your team. Like, I'd still highly recommend, not Seiyoko, yeah, Shinokan, let's see, Shinoba, the, the dark skin healing lady with white hair, the dark skin healing lady with, granny lady with white hair, or Kage Orochi as well, the Shadow Orochi. He is a great healer as well as he is an attacker.
I'm thinking my plan is to have 3 brave yokai up in the front.
Isamashi yokai ne.
And if my yokai get inspirited, I change over to the back team so they can take hits from Cat and Cradle while I purify them. I mean, Abdallah did that.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention... Yeah, I mean, Isamashi/Brave is actually a good... that's a good way to start it. What I usually do sometimes is I'd have 2 Braves and then 2 tanks. Or, like, 2 Braves up front, maybe 1 tank. That way they can secure the team. And then at least have a healer on the left or right side, depending on which one you want to use. That way you can have each character type as a balance when you turn right, and maybe something else when you slide to the left to have as a variety and potential options.
Yeah, I tried doing that with a team with Golden, which is just yellow Robonyan,
Golden Yang.
and Snarl. Didn't really work out too good.
どうして見つかんないのかな?
Because Shell Venom is a healer,
Oh yeah.
but also an attacker at the same time.
Yeah, that's what's great. That's what's great about him. Like he's got a balance between utilization of healing and attacking, and he is a good healer.
I also have Pelion on my team, mostly because
And who's that? I'm sorry, I don't know the English names. Who is that?
it's basically it looks like a butterfly with the wings being rainbow.
Ah, Saikocho. Oh yeah. Yeah, Saikocho is a great status healer. That is a good choice. Very good choice.
For my new clan, the Braves are gonna be my first ever Snarl, level 97, Sergeant Burley,
A booty taito. Victorian!
at level 48.
Victorian! But, wow. Yeah, from the description, you got a nice team. Alright, so...
My original team.
Alright, sorry, Ultra Cult saying that he's having trouble finding me. So, Ultra Cult, go to the bottom of your screen, and I realized I need to charge my 3DS. Go to the bottom of your screen and there should be a middle option right here that should allow you to connect to the internet. Select the right hand... Wait a minute. Before I go further, Ultra Cult, I think I know why you're not able to find me. What region is your Buster's game? I think I just realized what the problem is. Because yeah, unfortunately, the original Japanese release and the Western localizations are completely different. Are completely different. You know, have completely different formats to each other because of the changes. Oh, so,
We found that out when we were trying to play.
oh yeah. We tried connecting with one another, but you know, I had mine was Japanese and yours was the U.S., I believe.
Yes, US.
Okay, Ultra Cold says he has the Japanese release. All right, in that case, like, did you access the menu on the like when you press the bottom screen right here? Okay, let me walk you through it real quick so we can get it. So yeah, you clicked the orange sign that says 誰かと協力する, cooperate with somebody. You click that. Yeah, click that and then go to 遠くの人と協力, cooperate with people from afar. Okay, you did. Good. I'm just making sure. Oh, okay, so you are in the right place. All right. So then I'm going to recreate the room real quick.
I'm trying to add you on my 3DS.
I thought we did add each other. Didn't we?
Well,
All right, so members, 誰でも.
the second part.
Hmm?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just making sure of, yeah. Yeah, tell you what, let me help Ultra Cult real quick here. So, yeah, I made sure that the member is everybody, 誰でも, rank, 全ランク, all ranks, 目標何でも OK, objective is anything is good, and 一言 doesn't really change much. So, I just created the room, so try... All right, so try refreshing the boarding page. Oh, ping pong. There you are. ウルトラコット参加大成功なり。ぐるぐる影の蛇でぐるぐる正常の集会。イェーイ接続大成功
You know, on January 3rd, I actually did a Yokai Watch 2 video.
That's right, you told me. Yeah, that's right. I saw in your notifications you did one of two. Nice. めっちゃいけんじゃん。
I'm planning to fight the first Oni,
赤鬼
but yeah,
Ah, God.
I'm already fighting Overlord, so why not just do a video on him instead?
You might as well do one of that's the biggest challenge. That's a great instinct. That's a great instinct on your part. So yeah, this is my team so far. はい、今ご紹介、はい、ご覧になっているのは、自分、なんか現時点のチームですね。冬にゃんは攻撃力がやばいか、まあとにかく、行動した攻撃力があるからメインになってるし、メインに設定してるし、鎧さんはなんとなく、防御力が得意方だから、装備してたら、整列になってるし、あと、シーローバーはもちろん皆さん大好き。まあ皆さんもご存知の通り、ヒーラーとしての役割はほんまに優れてる。So, Shinoba is my absolute recommended healer for any game. She is actually widely considered the best. Like not just because in an instant, but one of her status effects allows every single party member to gradually heal. She is a literal goddess. とりあえず現時点のレベルでいけるなんとなくいけそうで、もし足りてなかったら、お、光さんやってきたね。よろしく。So, what should we do for quest? どうしようかな。OK! まずはブリ隊長に報告だ。
saw this channel called Corrupted Draws, and his comment was, "My dream game, but I don't have Nintendo."
Your dream game, but you don't have Nintendo.
Yeah. So, and I replied with, "Sorry to hear that, but I bet you might have fun playing the game."
面白い。あ、ピンポーン。なんだなんだ。
Putting your friend code on your 3DS in the Steam chat.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Oh, so. I completely forgot that I got... Okay, I think I know how to do this. I can't access it right now because I'm connected to the internet.
Yeah.
Once we disband, though, I'd be more than happy to send that to you. Arigato. Yoroshiku. Friendo, okay. Of course. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? What? Oh, I already am friends with Ultra Cold. Okay. Naturally. さあ、クエストはどうしようかな？クイーンドン、はーい、どうしたの？ミッションを選んでほしいっていうことだったら、なんか、今やりたいクエストはメンバーのバスターズランクが足りないって言ってて、出動できない状態だから、どうしようかな。とりあえずね、レベルが足りてないっていうことだから、初クエストとしてどうする？じゃあ、Oh. What ones did you get?
I got RNG Cinderella and the Undertale pack.
Nice! RNG Cinderella. Ooh.
And as you know, I full comboed on Aura.
Because you're a natural. You've got rhythm. リズム感のある人だね。
And I've been practicing the end of the song on Aura for a long time.
出撃だ! Alright, you ready to do this, Ultra Cold? 準備 OK! Go, Busters! つられ太郎丸、どんこい系を洗い尽くしてしまったら、どなりの目も間違いなし。外れだな。つられ太郎丸、今日の魚の数は大量で。ここで呼ばれると住宅街に被害が出るな。申し訳ない。おとなしく。
I always dreamed of playing the arcade. I don't know how to do it.
Oh my god, you're gonna love it when you get the chance. You would love it. You're getting me excited to go back to it.
One time I tried searching up if there was even type in a Pacific arcade near me, but no luck.
Yeah, there's no official release. There's the only official releases overseas, I believe, are in China and the Philippines. But the United States, however, only has select imported arcade machines in certain areas. I mean, there was one in Kevin's area. But as far as the central, the nearest one I can think of in the なんだっけ、中西部はなんて言うんだっけ、英語。The Midwest, that was it. No, it's okay. I completely forgot the name of the region in English.
So, you know how back
Oh god, yes. Not the best idea, but I'll give points for experimentation.
Yeah, no. So, I got a new fairy drum for my birthday, but somehow the left side of the rim stopped working.
Ooh.
I can't even use it on my bocce.
Yeah, but if you hit it too hard, though, it does affect the response time. Also, Pow's here! ようこそご視聴に来てくださいましたね。ようこそ見に来てくれたね、Powさん。元気? How you doing? Finally beat the final boss for Gaku and Y yesterday. My fingers were dead because of how hard it is. そんなに難しかったんだ、妖怪学園 Y のラスボス。Even having level 370-ish members does nothing on the final. Wow. そんなに難しいんだ。それほどのレベルじゃ足りないっていうことでさ、足りてないっていうことで、370レベルとでも足りないっていうのはマジやばいラスボスだな。Wow. マジやばそうなラスボスだな。じゃあ俺もしっかりレベル上げもしておかないとさ。しっかり。Whisper being cut to shreds on this, like he is right here.
No, well, on my gameplay of Yokai Watch 2.
What'd that be?
So, I was trying to get a specific yokai.
Yeah.
For a key quest. And that was pushed back because Nate's dad forgot where he put his documents.
Oh, the Wasudenbo case.
Yeah.
That's honestly another brilliant thing about the second game is like because that scenario was done in the first game, but the way they executed it actually ended up like overpowering the first game by like 60%, like by times 5. You know?
And it said his favorite food was soba.
Yeah.
I thought it was just pronounced different for soda.
Soba, the noodles. Yeah.
Yeah, soba noodles.
Yeah. Tororo soba ga natsukashi na. Yeah.
And the only way to get the soba noodles was to trip up the bike rider.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, that's the thing about this. That's the thing about the Sobeya-san. And they do the same thing in Yokai Watch 3, where when you're in the United States side, you have to, in order to get popcorn, you have to do the same tripping method with the popcorn guy. And he holds like this big leaning tower of popcorn.
Yeah, like how is it even possible?
That's the whole point. It's supposed to be over the top. Also, Ultra Cult. Wait, Ultra Cult, you're heading out? I'm so glad I got to finally play with you as well. I mean, I'm sad it was short-lived, but I'm still glad you came. また会いに来てくれて会いに来てくれただけじゃなくて、一緒に遊べたことはほんまに嬉しいわ。また今度協力して遊ぼうね。じゃあね。You have a great one, Ultra Cult. Let's do this again sometime. We need to. Now, sorry about that, Nate. What were you saying? Onigumo! That'll happen sometimes.
I give him a big salute. Because I accidentally turned him into a soul.
That'll happen sometimes in...
Into a soul, you can't get them back.
No, basically they turn back into us. They basically turn back into spiritual balls. That basically the form they turn in before becoming yokai. It's basically an equivalence to death. Almost. Well, technically they turn into a hitodama, which honestly isn't really death. It's just being reduced to a certain form to where you're not really able to use much power. In Japanese, we call that hitodama. But yeah, by concept, yeah.
I was just walking on an edge, and the funniest thing just happened. I just walked through a cat.
Like you actually walked through the pixels of the cat?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I guess they're not really supposed to be like important to the important background characters. Then again, neither are the people. But yeah, little glitch.
You know what I always like to do when I get the red box?
What's that?
He says not to open it, but I don't follow the rules. You're not my dad. So I just open the box. And sometimes there will be a surprise yokai in there, and I was able to befriend that yokai.
スイッチお願いって言ってんだ。さっさと決めてくれよ、ほんまに。ちょっと、春馬。はい、選択してくれたらいつでもミッション実行できるんだけど。はい、実行お願いします。Just waiting for Haruma to select OK. He's kind of taking a little bit. うろつきよ。うろつきよ。Join the golden animation.
You know the best way to get fighting medicines?
The combo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the fish shop, buy fish,
Yep.
go over to Jungle Hunter,
Yep.
trade them in for points, and then get the mighty medicine.
Correctamundo. You know your way around the game.
I mean, Abdallah taught me that.
Well, Abdallah's a good role model too, as well as a guide.
Yeah.
I really need to...
I thought you had to keep fighting Dame Dreadful over and over and hope that it dropped. And sometimes if you were lucky, it will actually drop a whole excellent. It's very good for leveling up your team.
Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Oh? Oh, c'est comprendre le français. C'est comprendre le français? Ah, bonne nuit. Bonne nuit. Bonne nuit à toi. Ultra Cult. Bonne nuit à toi, Ultra Cult. Et bonne journée. Quindon, どうしたの? Je vais tout dire le français. Je vais tout dire le français. I'm currently studying French.
French is a good language.
Language number 4. For my books. For my list. Yeah, I really want to learn it though. Like the city I'm from actually does have a lot of French influence, mostly cuisine. Nande? あ、キューハッピーから日本語のメッセージがあるんだ。おお。なになに？ちょっと待って。 こんばんはね。こんばんはね。私は現時点では気分は良くない。気分が良くないんだ。体調崩したそうだね。それは大変よな。私が狩ろうとして、私が狩ろうとして、私を許してください。ガエルと銀玉が何かを見て、私は日本語が得意であることを示すために Google 翻訳を使用しているようなものではありません。全然大丈夫だよ。Like you're happy. I really appreciate the effort you put into like I know you said you use Google Translate, but just the thought by itself of trying to communicate with me in Japanese, that's so sweet of you. But don't be afraid to ask. Heck, I actually just started ごめん。I actually just started offering lessons. ちょっと待って。はい、スイッチお願いって言われてんだけど、ちょっと待って。The people are asking me to change missions. Hang on.
Yeah, don't you just hate that? Like, you want to pick a mission, but everybody's just saying in the chat to just change it because they don't like it.
Alright, this one looks good so far. なんでスイッチお願いって言ってんねん、お前に。Yeah, but you're happy. I'm so sorry to hear that you're sick, though. God, I really hope you get better, though. 早く元気になってくださいよね。ゆっくり休んでね。なんか銀玉から何かを見て、なんか日本語が得意であることを示すために。I know you really wanted to practice your Japanese, and I really appreciate that, but I can help. Just like what I'm doing with Nate, I can actually help you out with lessons. And provide you pointers. It is my job, after all. But I really hope you get better, Yumi. But I really gotta say, that last stream we did in Yokai Watch, for the Nintendo Switch games, told you those Especially Yokai Gakuen Y. I was not expecting us to have that much fun. But we did, and it was awesome. ハートが出てきたぞ。絶好調。これもまさに絶好調やな。Back to Japan.
Yokai Watch 2
Yeah, I think that was honestly the point, because the whole journey for Keita was for him when he moved all the way to the United States from Japan to learn about American culture and experience what it's like to live on the other side of the world. And then right at the end, it has them going back to Japan. And then, yeah, it is actually supposed to give you that vibes, because that is the theme of the game. Introducing a completely different culture, that being the United States for young audiences and for the characters. And that is especially at a young age, that is actually a really great creative choice on Level 5's part.
Have you played other rhythm games besides Sega no Tetsujin?
Yes. When I was in high school, I played a little patapon for the PSP. I didn't get that much into it, but I did have fun. And yeah?
Rhythm games are not about winning or losing, it's about
No.
having fun.
Exactly. That is what I always say. Literally the meaning of games are just having fun. There's really nothing else that needs to be done, you know? I mean, you can be competitive and all, but you can't let it distract you or take away the fun of it is just playing the game alone and with the people that you love sharing it with. Just like what I'm doing right now with you guys. I mean, I really don't care how high level my character is or if I get the best character. What matters to me is that I'm having fun right now playing with you guys. Ooh, 湧き上がったな。 Now, that name sounds familiar. Is that Namahage?
The one with the blue mask.
Oh, that is Namahage. One of the greatest, one of the best attackers.
Beat him, he actually gets stronger.
Exactly. He's actually supposed to be... he's supposed to be strong. He's supposed to be stronger than the... Like, he'll check based on what level you currently are. Oh. Hi. 666に注目. Notice the number on here. But to finish my sentence, yeah, he'll basically he'll basically track what level you are at the time you fight him, and then he'll raise his own attack. He'll raise his own level for it to be a challenge. Even when you're level 99, it's not going to be easy.
Yes, well, when I was playing Yokai Watch 2, I got a second small one.
Watari.
And guess what his level was?
What level was it?
69.
ピンクの数字。ピンクの数字発見。Let's see. Also, I have to level up and facing level 200 cups at level 90 with some missions. How do they make the difficulty spike so hard? Actually, that is supposed to be the point. I think the whole intention is to spend as much time on the game, you know, with your friends or just by yourself as possible, so you can still have a lot to do. But yeah, that's what makes the game really interesting. それだからこそね。レベルを見極める。そして腕を見極める戦い。それは妖怪ウォッチバスターズのいろんな特徴の一つやな。様々な特徴の一つでは、レベルを分け立て、みんなと楽しく、暴れ回るっていうのが暴れ回るっていうのが特徴やな。How much did you max it out? Nice. I pretty much maxed. I basically maxed out the amount of money I can take. Like 999,999 yen. And then it's converted into American dollars in the States. On the state side. Mission.
What I find interesting is that the prices in Japan, you can actually revert them to US dollars, and they're not actually that much in the US than in Japan.
No, they're basically going for direct conversion when you go back and forth between, you know, just to share what the cultural differences and vibes are like. Because that's one of the best things about the Yokai Watch franchise is that they really put you in the environment that you're set in. And for the United States, they went all about with the southern US vibe, and I think that's pretty cool because it honestly does, like, from the vibes and like the stuff you see, like the vibes you get in like little folk tales like Huckleberry Finn. You can tell the franchise has done their you can tell that the creators behind Level 5 have done their research. And as someone who's lived in both areas for a long time, I can really tell. And I love seeing a franchise do this for younger audiences. Just have them experience an entirely different culture at a young age with such a domestically popular game. So, story ね。こっちにするのまだ早いかな。じゃあ、このミッションでどう？このミッションでどうかな？みんな行ってしまった。Looks like everyone left. Don't mind. That's okay. ゴーゴーゴーさあ、ブリ隊長の命令ださっさとゴーゴーゴーミッション発令、礼儀は発 Oh God 始まったね。ミッションインポッシブルのパロディ始まったな、ミッションインポッシブル
Yokai Watch 2 or 2.
Huh? What was that?
Do you think that
This mission impossible.
Japan people and American people
Can still what? Oh, are you talking about the trade system? If you're talking about the trade system, unfortunately, due to the difference in formatting between the Japanese release and the Western localizations, you're not able to do trades outside the format. So, like, Japanese release can only do trades and co-op with Japanese players, and the Western localizations can only do trades between each other. What's up? 大丈夫？ネイト。You okay? パトロールさボスのやつ。なんじゃ？切られちゃったのまさか。あれNate? Nate? Oh, there you are. Okay. I heard the ring. I heard you like cut, and then I heard the ringing sound again. So, wanted to make sure we were. Ah. There we go.
So, finishing my sentence, I meant like trading metals.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, unfortunately, due to the difference in formatting, you're not able to do internet. You're not able to do trading with players outside your region. So, like the Japanese players, like the same release, well, technically the same release because the format was changed for like a lot of the stuff I've noticed. The format was changed for the Western release, so. Unfortunately, we're not able to do the trade system. If you have the U.S. localization, we're not able to do so, unfortunately. I wish we could, though. Dairyoじゃ! 漁師の鉄拳使っても鉄拳総裁ってやつをくれ合わせてやる。どこ行けるかあるか。釣られた丸さん、バイズラー。ほんまバイズラだね。悲しげ倍増かな。悲しげ感は倍増なのかな。カポーン。お。のぼせとんまん。Nice. Oh. You're kidding. After all that work?あんなに一生懸命殺してたのにパーか。After all that effort you put in. Oh, これは Oh. Yeah, which helps, naturally. おっと。おい、待て。もしなんか鬼食いを呼び寄せたら、この赤鬼を代わりに食ってくれるのかな？ I'm starting to wonder if I summon Onikui here, will he just devour Akaoni right here? This is getting me curious. ちょっと一旦呼び寄せてみようかな。Makes sense. Makes sense. But yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about the same character. He is Master Nyada's... Yeah, that's why he's called Onikui in Japanese, which literally means Oni Eater.
Yeah, we call him Oni Eater in America too.
What I also love about him is that he speaks the exact same regional dialect as I do. Kansai Ben.
いや、たるで。目の前にいるやつ、特に鬼は食ったるで。
Sadly, no. I think I tested that theory.
Yeah, I just figured that since we've got both Akaoni and Onikui here, I feel like if Onikui were around, he'd probably just devour Akaoni. Yep, you're mine, Yan. Yeah. Nice.
It's a harmonica from Doki Doki Literature Club.
Nice. Nice. マイニャン。いや、マイニャンの作成は懐かしいな。That takes me way back. I basically called mine Amenyan because naturally.
That's a clever name.
Amenyan.
Yeah.
Thanks. I mean, it's supposed to be a Nyan version of myself, but, you know, actually after this, if you'd like, I'd be happy to show you my Yokai Watch 3 profile.
I would love to.
All right. じゃあ約束だね。
Show you, but I don't know how to do that.
Does Steam do video chat? Does Steam chat have a video, like a camera option for you to display yourself? Abanai! Aha! I mean, if you wanted to do that, you can always just like share like your profile or maybe your yokai team or anything that you want to share, just like that. In terms of Yokai Watch.
ぶん殴り。
You basically just take a pic, like, oh wait, that's, oh wait, like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot we're on Steam and there's not a phone version of it. Unless, I mean,
There is an app for
yeah, but not for like Steam though, like for chats like this. そういうなんか機能がないからさ、不便だな、ほんまに。もう、疲れんだにゃん。
いいペースですが、まだまだこれからです。皆さん、お次は小学校にお向かいください。
もう到着してるよ。
この者さっきからは嫌な予感しかしません。つべこべ言うな。決勝を目指して進め。
あ、これは三つ股の土。Soon to be Michi in Yokai Watch 4. Well, Shadow Side then 4. Michi is hilarious.
I can't tell you my team on Yokai Watch 3 without showing you.
With
So what I basically have is in American her name is Mitu.
私も
Going pink version of Mutu, except it's pink.
Fumika's character. Oh, Fumika's yokai. Wait a minute. In 3. Mifu. Oh.
American, she's called Mitu.
That is very interesting. I see the joke there. 私も妖怪になってるわよ. Futsu. Now the joke behind that is because futsu means like average or regular in Japanese. So they replaced the tsu though and the long vowel pronunciation with the English pronunciation of the number 2. So futsu becomes futsu. That's the joke. And because it's the long-running gag that Keita is an extremely average young elementary school kid. ギャルギャル、未知の姿でまた会いに来てくれよ。
I also have two different Japanyons on my team. And one just has one letter in it. Like one more.
ガシャドクロ
I have Japanese.
Nice! Jibanyan S is one of the... You've got Jibanyan S, you're going to be tearing things apart. Yup. More attack, more defense, and higher stats.
和風の BGM も流されてる今やる気も根性もと湧いてきたぜさあやったるかウィスパー
Gee, I wonder how useful... Oh, he's incredibly useful. Gee, I wonder if there's anything that he can't do. He's got so many great stats, you know? Clearly the most useful. I just wonder what Ganon's up to. Gee, it sure is boring around here. I just wonder what Tokyo Ubaone's up to. Join me, Keita, and I will make your watch the greatest in all of Japan, or else you will die.
Gosha! と根性ストリート日記で頼めさせてやるぜ
As long... God damn. Sorry, Keita. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little... richer. God, who would be Morshu in this case? Who would be Morshu in that situation? I wonder. Would it be...
Oh wait, it should be the every store keeper.
Oh my God, Yorozuya? Maybe it's Morshu working at Yorozuya. He's got the mustache and everything, except he's in a Yorozmato outfit. That's funny. Oh yeah, I forgot the plot that for Yokai Watch Busters, if you win the championship that serves as the basis for the near conclusion of the game, the prize is that you get an all-round trip to the United States. In Japan, that is a big deal. Trust me. The prize is to go to the United States.
Oh yeah. Totally worth it.
Yeah, the whole experience is to, just imagining that the whole stereotype is like everything is big and the land is so wide and that you can pick up a girl easily. I mean, heck, the fourth season of the Yokai Watch TV show has an entire skit that is a literal parody of Beverly Hills. And they have a lot of characters. They have a lot of, the whole setup is Koma-san is the KK brothers. Koma-san, the American version of Koma-san and Komajiro, going to school in like a Beverly Hills like setting. And Koma-san ends up meeting a very cute girl that happens to be super attractive and is also somewhat of a parody of Betty Boop. And Gene Men Ken plays like this little ruffian gangster guy, and he has a thick American accent. It's ridiculous, but the way they play it is just genius. それって何のことですか?
I forgot to tell you my last yokai member.
Who is it? もしかすると? I know exactly who you're talking about.
And is one of my favorite yokai.
And she's an exclusive one that you would have to get through medals.
Yeah, I found her from a Cranky Kai and BBQ.
Oh yeah, the way you get it, that probably explains the difference in formatting too, the accessibility between the two regions.
Yeah.
なるほどね。Uh-oh. 大変であります。お使い横丁で凶悪妖怪が出現。何？そいつはとある監獄から脱獄してきた凶暴悪妖怪。Oh God. Prison breakers on the loose in お使い横丁. You know who I'm talking about. Gene Men Ken. Basically, Big Boss Gene Men Ken.
Yeah, and in American, his name is Mass Butler.
Okay, I'll give a bit of chuckle on that one. I guess it's all about, the context and how it's like the context and how it sounds too.
And I think Butler is supposed to be like a little joke because
Murderer. That was murder. A dog. Yeah, and Prison Break, from a Japanese standpoint, sounds really cool because it's a foreign language, and foreign language sounds really cool. Just from the sound of it alone. Prison Break. おー、かっこいいね。みたいな感じ。なんだなんだ。もった薄なたりもってなしはけよい横綱うどんの横綱ただいま参上なり Sorry, it's a sumo joke. Whenever a sumo wrestler comes in, I have to make a joke and reference every once in a while. Especially in 4. But anyway. Let's see, he's basically out to beat your team. Yup. 凶暴キングの大脱獄だ。最高潮は合成したことあったっけ？すっかり忘れちゃった。止まんねー。最高潮と名前で検索してみ。名前で検索してみ。そう。
最高潮。ああ、もうゲットしてるな。サカサカササカサカササカサは世界たった一つじゃない。突っ走るぞ。はい、進化。合成。
In America, there was a Legend of Zelda show where
Oh God.
Link likes to say,
Excuse me, princess. I know about that show. It only had 13 episodes. It was that terribly received. That's what I heard.
but the most funniest thing about Link is like whenever he sees Zelda, he's always like, oh boy, smooching time.
Yeah. Yeah, my friends from the States told me about the infamous Zelda show. And the "excuse me, princess" line, I'll admit, got a chuckle out of me. Link was very cringe-worthy to deal with, you know? Oh my god. 最悪。そう、勝負シーンもなかなか、
Do you know like the infamous BLJ glitch in Super Mario 64?
BLJ. What's the abbreviation?
It stands for backwards long jump.
Oh, that. Yes, that I've heard of.
So in 3D All Stars, they moved it because they used a specific Super Mario 64 from a new different cartridge. But in the expansion pack for the N64, they actually put in the BLJ.
Oh, so they ended up using it again?
Yes, in the expansion pack.
Well, it's a good thing they expanded that and not Donkey Kong, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
See what I just did there?
I saw what you did there. Because on the N64, you're supposed to use an expansion pack.
Look at that!
Same with the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Oh boy. You really gotta aim hard especially when you're fighting a Goma. You know why? Because you really gotta hold your fire until you see DI. Non-step. I'm 2 for 2, man. 親父ギャグの連発2発目どうだい ?2 発目でどうだい
Wait, was the guy like the joke where you shoot him in the eye? Are you talking about Majora?
Yeah, I was making a joke. Like, you hold your fire until you see DI.
Yeah, you actually have to do that, but if you want to get the Deku mask off you.
Yeah, but you know what I was talking... Like, regardless of whether it's a Goma, but you see the joke I was going for? Hold your fire until you see DI.
Yes. I never actually grew up with the original Majora's Mask game.
So I guess you can say you seldom played it.
Oh my god.
これで4発目だ、どうだい? Well, probably a little bit more roll than these little gashadamas here. I mean, what? I mean, they're rolling at a fast pace, aren't they?
Oh, I thought that was another joke.
It is. On a bit of a more roll than I am with these guys. Fuji no Yama.
You know the most annoying boss I had to deal with
Ina,
at the end of Yokai Watch 1?
you mean besides Inaho? Never mind. I was gonna explain, but nope, the character's too annoying to even mention, so never mind.
The most annoying one I had to take care of was the final boss
Ikakamoni Gicho! He's one of the most he's the most iconic he's one of the most iconic bosses.
Is it because like he's so strong?
Not just because he's strong, he's got a great music theme, a very interesting design, and a fun boss scheme.
The most annoying thing I had to deal with him was because he kept on inspiriting my team so many times.
Well, he's a tough cookie.
So annoying.
So you were having a lot of tentacle difficulties, basically.
Yes, because he was.
触手ギャグ一発目どうだいざまみろ Well, something with a lot less tentacle difficulties? Or the Squid Games? I had a feeling you were going to say Squid Game. I mean, technically speaking, you're not far off.
I mean, yeah, it does have part of his name in there.
And part of him as well. Part of who he is. In a physical form. 物体的にはさ、黒のカプセルだ何も見えなくなっちまう
Really cool how my name, like my nickname is in Japan anime.
Like the Mindel part, or... Oh! Gina Mahaken! Neto!
And his grandfather's name was my actual name.
Oh yeah? Nice!
Of course, that was in the first ever movie.
Oh! Oh, you're talking about the... Oh yeah, you're talking about the Yokai Watch, the movie based on the movie that was based on based off Yokai Watch 2.
Yes.
Keita and Keizo, yeah. Amano Keizo. Didin, 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 didin. Gatsu! Gatsu ga tarinai ze! Moxie. That's an interesting difference. It's like the whole I mean, I wonder how that. I'm starting to wonder how that works because it was originally supposed to be like it's supposed to be a Kamen Rider parody. You know, back from this. You know, back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Dodai.
The release of the
I guess I can see that. Guts coming.
So, one time during the movie, my mom was actually watching the movie with me.
Yeah.
And after Hunyan, which is
Fuyunyan.
flying cat yokai,
Yeah, Fuyunyan, who I'm actually playing as right now that you mention it.
after
Fuyunyan.
he turned into Dark Nyan,
Oh god. Dakunyan no koneta.
which is the name in American.
Well, he's also Dark Nyan originally in Japanese as well.
Shiborian says in the American release, oh no, I'm in tear time.
あ、鬼時間か。あー、ネイトも鬼時間になってんか。おー、やってきたぞ、プリズンブレイカー。プリズンブレイカー。脱獄してここまで来られたっていうのは、しっかりと恨みとかがあるようなんだけど、これは一体。
You know how I said I hope it's overless?
やあ、ミッションスタート。
I think you already know what it is.
ミッションスタート。That I had a feeling it was. ほじほじ、肌ほじん発見。ほじほじ。さあ、プリズンブレイカー、どこにいるんだい？姿を見せろ。
I have defeated overless before and I can see.
As long as you believe in yourself, you can do anything. I know you can. I know you can. You can do it. No! 今日の天気はまたまた爆風雨だな。この根性ぶりもまさにダイナマイトだ。こいつらうざいぜ。こいつらうざいぜ。Because you're good.
That's how you know how talented I am.
I knew you would. シルバーの回転蹴り。お、G 玉が現れた。さてどこに？ Yep, the Yokai Blaster.
Yes, it is completely OP.
I know it is. I've been using it for a long time. Especially.
Overless without items.
Yeah, you can also make friends with. You can also really increase your chance of making friends with the yokai you fight as well. Unless you have the Kindan no Kajitsu, the forbidden fruit.
Yes, forbidden fruits are
That is OP.
really good for getting the yokai you want.
That is what I call OP. It's broken as hell, but at the same time, really makes you really want to befriend everybody.
You call it the yokai blaster.
Yeah.
What they put on screen. It's like an item they sell at. I always call it the big one.
いい名前つけじゃ。That's a good name. 危ない。爆殺の刑。いや、ずいぶん脱獄。相棒がやってきた。サムだ。サムがやってきたぞ。サム狙い、サム。
to 140 health instead of 150.
Reduced? Guess that's probably my guess is that's probably some sort of compensation for other items. Do they? Shiraba no kaiten kiri ga suki da na, koitsu. Chikishou! Gya zenkai ni iku zo! あ、サムがやってきたぞ。サム復活。今がチャンスだ。今だってば。Oh god, just the irony behind that, like of the character and the yokai that they turn into when they follow you. You can actually do that with Keita as well.
Well, actually, no. I think you can only
Futsu.
will follow you if you're playing as Keita.
Futsu. No, what I mean is that you can, as long as you have their medals, you can actually have them follow you, regardless of which character you're playing as. So basically, you could have Keita have Futsu, basically his yokai self, follow him. And just you would have the sheer irony of that too, of having his human and his yokai form.
Prison Breaker の件、そう、プリズンブレイカーの件、お疲れ様でございました。ですが、当然のことながら決勝トーナメントは失格となります。残念でしたね。
あー。
You know what I keep seeing very often when I'm playing Yokai Watch? Battling hard yokai.
Yeah.
I often see them dealing 69 damage.
69回のダメージを与えるのが面白いよな。Yeah, that is funny. I will admit. Yeah. Unfortunately, 残念だからね. Unfortunately, they weren't able to win the championship tournament. But and Captain Bully made a good point that the way they handled Prison Breaker, he was actually a lot more. The whole team was actually showed a lot more busters than the entirety of the other competitors. But everyone's still sad that they weren't able to get the things they weren't able to get the things that they wished for, especially the trip to the United States. この声は計画成功です。来たぞ。ウィス。やってきたぞ。最終回。Yeah.
Don't you ever wish those attacks were in Yokai Watch 3?
Kind of.
Yuki Yuki Yokai Watch Busters.
Especially Victory. That's one of Chibanyan's strongest sultanates.
Uh-oh. I should probably read the dialogue of this, since this is the big moment I was honestly hoping I would catch on the stream. The appearance of the best, probably the best thing I've seen in this entire franchise, one of many. But this one stuck with me, and I just could not stop laughing and cheering it on. The big, the bad, the undescribable marshmallow of terror. The Stay Pumped Wismellow Man.
It's very scary.
Monkey! みんなどうしちゃったずら
あそこにいるのは大会を勝ち抜いた最強のチームばかり。そんな連中が一体なぜ？
隊長殿パスタ SOS を送ってきてるということは、
おそらく現場では救助が必要としているはず。どうされます
か？
もちろん救助に向かう。
は？お、やってきたぞ。
Yokai Watch 3, that's his name.
Which character?
Just like think the
Takoyaki?
yeah, from Taikoyaki.
Ah. Oh, yeah. The takoyaki characters? And what about them?
I got them from the Oni Krikikai.
Takoyaki. Oh, yeah, you got the takoyaki yokai.
出撃だ。
よーし。たくさんの人たちが入ってきたね、パーティー。さて、これは
I did make a video on Saryu no Ran
総流の乱。
on Taiko no Tetsujin.
Because they're actually, yeah.
Not because I wanted to like show you how good I am at the game, but I also wanted to show you what my character looked like.
And I'd love to see what your character looks like.
The last time I made a video about that, was when I actually and that was way before I got Mega Adventure 1 and
いいね。
I was close to beating it, but I lost.
Oh. Dang.
Video about it. I successfully
Good. I'm glad.
my
Second time's the charm.
on my second attempt, on my old attempt, like on the old video, I wanted to try and make Chemical 2's Ganchan.
I'm sure he would absolutely love to see that too. Oh my god. That's a great idea, actually. Kevin too.
I actually did try. I forgot to say this, but I'm going to add like way before I got Mega Adventure 1 and 2, I was going to add like before I even met you.
Sorry, I was just making sure I got the enemies taken care of. You said you were naming characters?
No. My last attempt on, I was going to add, like, before our, Rhythmic Adventure 1 and Drum and Fun, and before I even met you.
Oh. そういうのなんthough. I know. Seems like a long time ago, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. It was probably back in 2020. I was very proud of myself.
And you should be. Because I'm proud of you.
Because it's one of the shortest songs in Taiko no Tatsumi.
Well, it technically is one of the, like it may not be like it may not be like Yugen no Ran or what now, Infinite Rebellion or Dairox Tenmao. Don Kamani-san, oh my god. But yeah, Soryu no Ran is one of the more infamously popular ones. Infamously difficult.
And I was very,
Impera mode.
very proud of myself about beating Don Kamani.
And you should, because that's not an easy rhythm song. It's far from easy to get the grasp of.
I originally did it on touchscreen, probably because I'm better on pad.
Yeah. Yeah, we all have our particular areas that we feel most comfortable and that we're the most good at and skilled at, you know? Like I play buttons a lot more than I do the touchpad too, for instance. For example, I mean that really goes to show there's really no right or wrong way to do something. There's just your way and how you feel comfortable playing.
I do remember telling you about a Taiko website called Taiko.
That I do remember you introducing me to as well.
Yeah, Kevin 212 says it's not an official Taiko no Tatsumi game. I mean, the game is made in 2011.
Yeah, technically speaking it is. Isn't it like supposed to be like an online sort of simulator for it?
It's a quick way to play Taiko.
Like a simulator.
Yeah.
なるほどね。シミュレーターなんだ。
Well, on that website, I've been playing. My teacher allowed me to play that at school.
Really?
Yes.
マジで。
But at school, I've been practicing Yugen no Ran on that specific website
Oh.
so long that today I was so close to beating it. I was only 2 bars away.
Ooh, did you have an audience behind you?
Oh, I mean, none of the kids there are really
Oh.
into Taiko. I mean, I was going to introduce them to it.
Nice. You got to be an ambassador. You got to play an ambassador for the franchise. You get to share it with more people and introduce them to more people.
But I also, but the 2 kids that really were interested into it were my friends Bentley and Colin. With me, Colin, and they were today.
Nice. How was it?
It was very fun.
That I would expect, because it's a really good game. Yoroshiku. 宝玉は珍しいから、なんか珍しくてなかなか手に入りこないから、どうしよう。まあどうしようって言っても入手するしかないよな、さすがに。フレンド OK? お、いいよ。Mutana, someone asked me if they wanted to become friends. Aisatsu. Okay. Emperor mode. Oh god, the Usapyon Vader mode skit from the show, and how they've referenced it in 3, like based on how popular the show was back in the day, based on how popular how viral the season was back in the day. Like what I find interesting about 3 is that, like, originally how the pattern usually was they start off with the events in the games, and the TV show would reference or movies would reference that later on. Kind of like how the events of the first movie were basically a retelling of the premise from the second game. Whereas for Hai Junbi Okay, for 3, they took a lot of the skits that were viral in the beginning of the second season of the TV show, and they actually referenced them in the game. So it went a little backwards, you know? But
The wedding fox chart.
oh, the Inari wedding. Well, the thing to realize is that that's actually a legitimate reference to Shinto folklore about the kitsune, because they can actually because there was actually a wedding that happened in fables in the folklore of an actual fox wedding, and foxes are the most symbolic animals in all of Japanese society. So, and you're actually, as a human, you're not supposed to encounter those too. And if you get spotted by the foxes, the kitsune, it would be messy and extremely humiliating, culturally speaking. So that was a reference to the actual fable.
Something like Bessie? Do you mean like blood or gore?
Well, technically, you're not supposed. Like, technically, if you're like the foxes, like humans are actually not supposed to be discovered. Like, humans are actually not supposed to witness the wedding, like the Inari wedding, because, one, they're sacred animals and sacred servants of Kamishinaishi Inari. And, and if you are discovered, though, it's considered very, very, like, I want to go immediately say shameful, but as a human, you're not supposed to encounter them.
Yokai fine?
Huh?
Are yokai fine?
Well, I would assume yokai are fine, but no, like as humans go, no, it's like blasphemy for a human to be spotted in that scene. In fact, humans actually are not supposed to see it either. Like in the tall tale, children, like any children or adults who are instructed, if they come across a wedding of like a kitsune wedding of some sort in the forest, they have to avert their eyes as soon as possible, out of respect. Because there were actually moments back in the day, like in the fable, like in the according to the urban myth, that if you actually do spot them, it's actually a huge humiliation on yourself, and you would have to commit seppuku. It's not pretty. So yeah, if you ever come across a wedding with kitsune, then avert your eyes as soon as possible. But please, dear God, do not let them know. Like, if you go in there in disguise, like Keita did an extremely risky task and went in there with a kitsune mask. But if they discover that you're a human, ooh. That's all I'm gonna say. You get the picture.
Along with the tears of the sun, walk, walk, walk together. I'm reading the text. If you go with the one you care for, your laughter and tears will be dear. Those who approve of the parents' vows, please lower your hands.
Yeah, it's also a very traditional Shinto style wedding too. I mean, it's still being held nowadays with, in real life with humans, but it's actually a lot more expensive and it's just slightly more rare.
Peaceful, quiet happiness to the pair, who is bond understand the sun's tears. Oh, they're good at rhyming.
It's their own interpretation from Japanese to make it more unique in a way, make it more of a unique event. It's all part of the emotional context.
Thanks for attending the wedding ceremony today. We have prepared a humble gift to show you our appreciation. Okay? Just gave you a getaway plush.
I mean, it's still useful when you need it.
Yeah, to escape battles you really do not want to fight.
Naturally.
Yeah. But it's also very good at black busters/blasters.
Bustos! Speak.
If you run out of health, you'll still be alive. You'll just have like one slither of health left.
Yeah. Yosh! いよいよボス突入だな。三つ股の槌。Alright, after this, I think I'm going to switch over to 3. So, この後はね、ちょっと時間がこの後から30分が経過すると、龍崎くんとの約束があるので、ちょっと妖怪ウォッチ3でも、妖怪ウォッチ3でもやり込んでたら、今回の生配信を終了して、他にやってない妖怪ウォッチ 3DS のソフト、後からやってみようかなと思います。Yeah, he is actually one of many cameos to appear from other franchises in the game, and Don-chan's setting, he actually becomes a yokai from his world. But yeah, level 5 made a ton from the first game, so they were able to rope it. They were actually able to afford references of so many cameos, include direct ones. Not parodies of other franchises, but legitimate cameos. Yeah. Bandai. I know, I really, well, that was for his second cameo in Yokai Watch 3. They brought him back as another cameo in Yokai Watch 3, and I freaked out when I heard the song that they played during the Taiko minigame. And out of all the songs that they put in, they actually put in my absolute favorite Taiko no Tatsujin song of all time, Funshishi. Wait a minute. They replaced it with Yokai Taisou?
Yeah.
You're kidding! That's no fun!
Well, the startup goes like...
Yodere, yodere, よでるよでるよでるよでるよ書いてるけん出られるけんよでるよでるよでるよでるよ書いてるけん出られるけん I mean, that's a classic song, but that's kind of heartbreaking as a Taiko fan. Like, I mean, the chance to introduce people to a Taiko no Tatsujin song. I mean, Fun Shishi is a really good song. And having to reference that in Yokai Watch, it was just beyond fantastic. Like, it was just really freaked me out. I mean, especially on a personal note, because I consider that my absolute favorite Taiko no Tatsujin song ever. And I love a lot of songs, too. Oi, 回復してないぞ。ちょっと昇天したくない。Yeah?
I say, isn't this yokai Donta? Big whisper of secretly playing Taiko no Tatsujin?
You'd think, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. He just maybe I can just see him just trying his absolute best at playing it, but since he's so useless, he can't even he can't even pass Oni mode or maybe even hard mode. Oi, 助けてくれ！誰も助けてくれないの？ちょっと。Okay, so Yumi says that they did keep Fun Shishi in 3 for the Western localization. Ah, よかった。なんかよかったさ、なんかFun Shishiを紹介してないな。なんか大勢の子供たちになんか海外の人たちに紹介してあげないのはほんまにもったいないなと思っちゃった。Dashi! Dashi!
I don't think easy and hard is an answer.
No. Dashi! どう？これジバニャンとコマさんのぬいぐるみだよ。にゃにゃにゃにゃんもんげーって感じ示してくるんでしょ？
So, you know, like the little mini game for Taiko no Quest of Quest?
やったー Yes.
Well, in the center has a little dog watch face in it, which I call
Yep.
I think it's really cool.
And that's when they start playing Fun Shishi.
And it's kind of cute.
じゃあ、そろそろやめるね。Alright, じゃあ、まずはセーブしておかないと。はい、このままセーブさせていただいて、ラストとしては、ラストで、多分5分か10分しかないかもしれないんだけど、ちょっと、なんか時間以内、なんかそういう時間以内に10分。Yes! はい、ちょっと待って。はい、ちょっと待ってね。今から送ってあげるからね。Hang on a second. はい、1865 4178 7615It takes practice and yeah. Oh. Hey Nate, check out my current 3DS theme. 見て。よっ。
It's Yokai Watch.
Yeah. Orochi and Kyuubi.
The only one I found on the wallpaper shop was Zero and
Nice. Those are still good ones. はっじゃあ、ちょっと残りなんか取り残された時間は少ないんだけど、ちょっと、その少ない時間の間に、できるだけ楽しく過ごしていきたいなと思いますので、よろしくお願いいたします。つべこべ言うけど、ブラボー。宝物もしかしてすぐそばにあるのかも。こんな毎日にすれ違う日々に幸せになりたいと言うならばそれは簡単さ。たった今が幸せなんだと思うだけ。心の真ん中につらってあなたの声問いかければいつも教えてくれる。くじけそうな時だってやれそうな気がしてくるの。つべこべ言うけど万歳ブラボー Hey yo guys 万歳妖怪愛全開陽気に行こうぜ慌てるな Hey 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 That is correct in hiragana and katakana. I mean, regardless of like if it's asking you to enter the name, it will still show up in the one that I wrote it in after you officially friend me. So you're good. Hmm, ご神木に行くか。やっぱりバスターズに行った方がいいよ。バスターズに行った方がいいよな、やっぱり一旦。その前に動画、面白い動画あった気がするんだけど、ベイダーモードね。ジバニャン vs USA の何かな。大きすぎるよ、そのトラック。開けるわけにはいかないよ。サイズに負けるんじゃないよ。サイズなんて関係ない。自分の動力を尽くして意味の思いに変えて百列にキュー。衝突シーンでスローモーションあるある探検隊。
So now you're supposed to know what my friend code is.
Yes.
I have so many friends.
はい、ちょっと待って。はい、インターネットでフレンド登録だよ。登録なのさ。登録フレンド友達はフレンド登録距離なんか関係ない。
My friend code in my
25はい、got it。2595 CC15
and my
62
name on my 3DS is Mike.
マイク got it You're playing Yokai Watch 3 as well.
Yes, I am.
ナイスタイトルが全然違うな。なんかすき焼きとかが全然書いてなくて、ただ妖怪ウォッチ3って書いてある。I just noticed The U.S. title only just says Yokai Watch 3. That's interesting.
Yes, it is.
But I do see what that means. Oh god. カートで大ジャンプ。これは ET の小ネタじゃな。
He once went to the Hori headquarters, I think, and got a special edition of the Taikagon.
Nice!
Where the batches are red and blue.
The signature colors of Taiko no Tatsujin.
Well, they weren't yellow. They were actually red and blue.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Like the original Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons.
You know, they could be both if you wanted them to. They could be both the Switch and the main colors of Yokai Watch. Excuse me, Taiko no Tatsujin. Also, ET の子ネタじゃん、これ。ああ、面白かった。Don't. No. No. Don't ever open the red box. That's actually a reference to the Japanese fairy tale Urashima Taro, on how Urashima Taro in the end was given a red box after his stay in Ryugujo for helping out a bullied sea turtle. And as soon as he opened it, he ended up turning into an old man.
Well, in the show, he didn't turn into an old man. He turned into a dog. He became a furry.
Yeah, but yeah, basically it is in reference to the Tamate Bako from Urashima Taro as well. Just a little cultural fact of the day. Another little fun cultural fact of the day. But yeah, Akabako is also a reference to a box that you never ever open. Ever. 絶対開けてはいけない。確かにビデオは大丈夫だな。ミッションコンプリート。これはなんかパロディとか見るだけでなんかやっぱりなるほどね。ガンダムとかなんかビースト号とか何かのスーパー戦隊みたいな番組のパロディをしてたんだよね、やっぱり。ゴッドファーザー。時間切れだ。And unfortunately, it's time for me to close the stream because I do have a meeting with Ryuzaki right after this before 10 o'clock hits. Alright, so instead what I'm thinking of doing is I am going to do a continuation of this stream for another time. And do a part 2, because I did promise I would do the other games as well. Like literally all of the 3DS Yokai Watch games. Yeah, if I didn't have the meetup with Ryuzaki, I would have continued going, but the cutoff is 10 o'clock. So I gotta and I did keep my promise, so I gotta make sure I join him. Well, first off, let me say, Nate, thank you so much for the voice chat tonight. That was fun. I really enjoy talking with someone about Yokai Watch, particularly someone from overseas, especially. That one was very interesting. I find it was a lot of fun, and I got to know a little bit about the localization too. I mean, I was scared at first, but it was honestly interesting. But anyway, and thank you guys so much for watching as well. I know we weren't able to
we mostly spent time on Busters and with the short amount of time we have, but I will do a part 2 of this stream either tomorrow or sometime in the future, depending on my schedule. So with that being said, if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. The stream, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. というわけで、はい。というわけで、そろそろこの後からすぐ、龍崎くんとの約束、アニメみちゃくんの約束があるので、今回の生配信をこれにて終了させていただきたいと思います。現時点っていうか、生配信の準備しているところで、全シリーズをさ、一気にね、生実況をする約束をしてたんだけど、なかなか時間に合わなくて、ネイトさんの挨拶。good. That was a good one, Nate. Good job. はい、というわけで、そう、残念ながら一気に、この時間以内に一気にできず大変申し訳ないんだけど、英語で説明した通り、この後、明日か明後日にする、明日か明後日から、妖怪ウォッチ、この妖怪ウォッチの生配信の持続ね、続編、続編っていう、感じの生配信に、継続しようかなという考え方なので、詳しくは Discord と YouTube の方に発表させていただきますので、ご支援とご視聴のほどよろしくお願いいたします。この生配信よろしければグッドボタンと登録ボタンもポチッとよろしくお願いいたします。にゃにゃにゃにゃモンキー楽しかったよはい、龍崎くんとの約束があるので、そろそろ切ります。はい、最後までご視聴いただきお気に入りです。バイバイ2倍、サイナルビバイ、じゃあね。お疲れや、カツカレー、華麗なるカレー。